sorry that I could not join you today. I was supposed to, and I was looking forward to it. In fact, I was going to be there and then go off to Bangalore. Unfortunately, I had a bit of a knee problem. I displaced something in my left knee, and so have been. I'm homebound, and I've been strictly told not to walk or travel for some time while I undergo physiotherapy and other treatment. And so I'm sorry about that. Uh, I just thought that I'll use these 10-15 minutes just to paint a picture of what is going to happen in AI, the future of AI in a sense. But whenever we talk about the future of AI, you know that it means just uh, that it's going to happen next month, or it's already going, or it's probably going to happen next week. The future in AI is not about 3 years from now or 5 years from now, and so these are trends which are not only will happen but already have started happening. But before that, do want to mention that if you want to talk about AI, you first have to start with human beings, and human beings have become the pole species, the the top species amongst all other species, because we are very good at creating tools, which we sometimes call technologies. And these powerful tools that we create revolutions. They create eras. And so we created a set of tools and which kind of made agricultural revolution possible, which kind of gave access to food to millions of people. And then we created a set of tools which created the industrial revolution, and that kind of democratized labor. Fast forward, we create with internet search, etc. Information became free. We democratized information. Now, each of these revolutions, in a sense, because of the technologies that we created new historical eras. And but before each of these eras, human beings were both excited and frightened because so much change was happening. Now we are at the cusp of another era where intelligence will become free, it will become accessible, it will be democratized, propelled by a new tool or technology that we have created called artificial intelligence. And much like in every other cusp of every other revolution, even in this one, we are both excited and frightened in equal measure. The history of AI, on the other hand, I call it the tale of three papers. The first paper came out in 1955-56 at the famous Dartmouth conference when the first time the word artificial intelligence or AI was coined. So it's an old technology, as we all know. And it's been doing some amazing stuff over these many decades of ups and downs. Protein folding, e-commerce, routing, inventory management, predictive maintenance, lots of stuff, and it's kind of ingrained everywhere in every industry. But the second paper came out in 2017. It was called "Attention Is All You Need." It was written by a few people at Google AI, and that created a new kind of algorithm which we know as the transformer, the T of ChatGPT, generative pre-trained transformer. And the transformer, as we all know, is a powerful algorithm which kind of takes, if you feed huge amounts of, if it's pre-trained on huge amounts of text and other data, and can predict the next word or series of words basis a word or series of words that we give what we call a prompt. And that created a new kind of AI which is creative, which is generative, and that's why, and cognitive, and that's why generative AI. The third paper came out in January this year, along with DeepSeek, the open source model released by China, and that changed the narrative of AI. Right, so if all that, and there's a lot of action happening, new models every day, new apps every day. But what are the 4 or 5 things, as I said, which I believe are going to be the future and the immediate future? First of all, I believe that English will become the new coding. See, when we were growing up, we were told that learning English is the passport to success. We learned English, arguably we were successful. Then we were told for our children, they need to code to be successful. And so coding became the new English. But now with generative AI, every time we write a prompt, we are actually writing code, except that we are writing it in our natural language. And so English has become the new coding. We write stuff to make a machine perform, to give us something back, much like we do in software coding. As Gartner said very nicely, that AI is just not a technology or a trend. It is a profound shift in how humans and machines interact, and that is going to be the first big trend as more and more of us, millions of us, become coders, but in a very different way. The second thing, which Bill Gates said a couple of years back, that AI is the new UI. All of you know what UI is. We had graphical user interface, GUI, we had the search bar as a UI, apps as a UI, Windows as a UI. And now, but that will change, and AI will become the new UI. Basically, it will be about voice. We will work with AI using voice. And so those millions of apps on our phones will probably disappear to have one chat GPT kind of voice interface. And if you haven't used generative AI using voice, you're missing something. The only way to use generative AI is with voice, not with text. And we will be talking and working with AI like we talk and work with human beings. That's how we work with human beings. That's how we will work with AI. And if you, for example, use ChatGPT voice, you'll find that it's almost human. The lag times, the kind of emotions, the interruptions are almost human. The third and the biggest trend, and all of you would probably be aware of it. Again, Bill Gates wrote that presciently a couple of years back. Agents will be are the new platform. If last year was about multiple models and apps coming out of AI, this year will be about agents. AI used to tell us what to do. With agentic AI, it will do it for us. And so, I mean, if, for example, if you have a booking.com app, it basically just gives you all the choices and prices, etc. A booking.com agent, like a human booking agent, will not only give you all of that, but knowing your preferences, knowing what the environment is, will actually book tickets and hotels for you. And this is going to like pretty much be across everything, enterprise and consumer, as apps become more and more agents driven by AI. Um, and this will have many impacts. This will all mean that, uh, you know, our teams will be not only human beings, they'll be human beings plus tools plus AI agents. We are already talking of one-person unicorns, one human being creating $1 billion company with one human being and thousands of agents. In fact, Jensen Huang said it very eloquently at CES, and all of you are IT people. He said that CIOs will become the HR for AI agents. Basically, CIOs will decide what agents to bring in, like HR decides what employees to bring in. Following that would be number 4, where SaaS will become the new SaaS. Now, what's the difference? Software as a service, SaaS, will move to become service as a software. So what that means is that, if you have like an end-to-end process in an enterprise, parts of different steps of that process will be bundled up as an AI, and which will become, that service will basically become an AI software rather than having different SaaS products for different parts of the process. And this is a huge change. Satya Nadella is talking about it. There's a lot of money going into building service as a software rather than software as a service, and that's going to be the fourth big thing. What will also happen is that because of this, we'll have a newer kind of employees and newer kind of customers, much like we had the industrial customer and the digital customer. The new AI customer will be very different. So will the AI employee. And that will mean a lot of change, a lot of wrenching change in the way we look at customers and the way we recruit people. In fact, if you read Yuval Noah Harari, he says that the next evolution of the human species will be an AI plus human. So AI plus human will be the new human. That's why Elon Musk with Neuralink is kind of injecting AI into our skulls to create possibly the next kind of human being, the Homo Deus after Homo sapiens. Now, if all that is true, ethics will be the new imperative. AI ethics, the ethics of AI is probably as, if not more important than the technology of AI. I spent 2 years in Cambridge doing my second late life master's in AI ethics. And we are all aware of the issue of data and deepfakes and environmental impact, bias, privacy, etc. All I would say is I'm more optimistic about ethics in AI than I was about social media, for example. If, someone's 12-year old, someone, people come and ask me, can my 12-year-old son and daughter uh, be uh, we use ChatGPT, and I'm like, sure, take her away from Instagram. We are doing more on AI ethics than we did with any other technology, and so I'm hopeful that as human beings we will muddle through. So English becomes the new coding, AI is the new UI, agents are the new platform, software service as a software is the new SaaS. We have a new AI customer, a new AI employee. AI plus human is possibly the new human, and ethics is the new imperative. Now, as all of us leaders kind of wrestle through all this in AI, we must ensure that all of our employees become what we call AI literate. In fact, one of the things I'm fond of saying is that AI literacy will be the new literacy. Much like literacy meant knowing how to read, write, and do arithmetic, it will change to read, write, arithmetic, and how to work naturally, innately with these new AI tools. In fact, I and a co-founder have created a company called AI and Beyond. You can look it up at aiandbeyond.ai, which does these boot camps to make people AI literate. And I don't believe that we need to train people on generative AI or to upskill people on generative AI. We just need to make them make them literate. And if they are literate, then they know the language, and then they can kind of do so many things with it and use tools with it, etc. So thank you very much. I apologize again for not being there. We are living in exciting and frightening times, and I hope that you are more excited than frightened about this new revolution. Thank you.